What's going on, everybody? Today I'm making crawfish enchiladas con queso. It's a mixture of Cajun and Mexican, I guess. I love eating Mexican and I love Cajun food, and when I saw the recipe in this book, which is the book I'll be cooking out of today, I thought I've got to make that. That sounds so stinking good. So I went to the store. I've got everything I need behind me, including some crawfish tails, the Louisiana crawfish tails, but it's only 12 ounces and I need a full pound. So I bought some more today. I went for the cheaper pack, and I just realized it's a product of China, so I'll have a mixture of Chinese crawfish tails and Louisiana crawfish tails, whatever. I've also got me some corn tortillas, because you got to wrap them in corn tortillas, but this is bought for backup only. What I'm planning on doing today, like I talked about in my last video when I made jambalaya, I want to learn how to do more things by scratch, or from scratch. So I've got me some instant corn masa flour to make corn tortillas. I'm going to try to do it myself from scratch. What I read and what I understand is that it's easy to learn. It takes years to master. This is going to be my first time trying it, so I've got my little grill thing set up over here, and I'm going to give it a shot. So first of all, let me go ahead and get this powder out of here and get the batter made, and I'll be ready to go. All right, I've got 2 cups of masa flour. I'm going to make more than what I need. I only need like 10 for this recipe, but I'm going to make enough for 19 or 20 just in case I get something wrong. I'm going to do just a pinch of salt, just based on some recipes I saw on YouTube. I'm also just kind of following the recipe on the back of the bag, which said to use 2 cups of masa flour with a cup and a half of water. The YouTube video is all added a pinch of salt. The back of the bag doesn't say anything about that, so there's 1 cup. I'm gonna pour not completely everything in there. I'm gonna start mixing it up and see how much more I need. Well, I've been mixing it for a while, but it's still kind of sticky. I'm glad I didn't put all the water. They said it's supposed to be like a soft cookie dough and it shouldn't be sticky, so I'm going to add a little bit more flour in here. Just a little bit at a time and work it in. I'm guessing that's okay, huh? Like cookie dough. So it's not really sticking too much anymore. Okay, the back of the bag says to roll up about 19 balls, about an ounce each. So we'll take some of this and roll it into a little ball. It's 1.4 ounces. I'm gonna take a little bit off. I had to reset the scale. It was still kind of reading wrong. It's 1.1, so about that size. I'll go ahead and roll these out. And I'll come back to you when I have them all done. Well, there they are. I didn't come up with 19, but I got 16. And this is what's left in the bowl. So I guess some may be a little bit bigger than 1 ounce, but now I got to flatten them. All right, now I don't have a tortilla press, so what I'm going to try is something somebody suggested on one of the videos I watched. I've got my 2 pieces of plastic, which I just cut a gallon-sized bag in half, and I'm going to lay this here. I'm going to put 1 ball here, put this piece on top, and I'm going to use this. See if I can squeeze it down enough. So let's try. So apparently there's a secret to get this thing off, or a technique. So I'm going to take the top off. That worked. And then I need to lay this over here and peel it over. There we go, just like that. Now I'm going to take it over to the griddle. And you know, I'm not really sure if it's done or hot enough, but I'm going to lay it down. Oh man, look, it's already breaking. Oh, this one broke. I think I'm supposed to cook it till I just start to see the edges turn brown. I'm guessing that might be steam from maybe the water coming out of it. I hope, I don't know. But I'm going to cook it like that for a little bit, and then I'll flip it. So let's just watch it. Cook tortilla for 30 seconds on each side. So look at that, I got some on there. I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna do this. So I saw people do. Trying to make it rise. I'm gonna call that one done. I'm gonna place them in here and then cover them up let it steam. Yeah, I just want to show you, this is the second one and it puffed up pretty good, so. Three at a time. I don't know if this is right to do or not, but I'm doing it. All right, well, it took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I got my tortillas all here, and I've got the store-bought ones here, so we can kind of compare a little bit, all right? So here are the store-bought ones, and here's the ones I made. They've been steaming. They came out looking pretty good. I mean, I feel about the same thickness. Mine shrunk up a little bit more, but overall, I think they're pretty good. So now I can move on to the next part of the recipe, which is the actual crawfish enchiladas. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all my vegetables cut, get the cheese grated, and get everything ready to go. And then I'll meet you at the saucepan, okay? This has got to be the biggest garlic clove I've ever seen. Just by the way, I'm halving the recipe since it's just me and the kids. My wife's out of town, so that's all I need right there. Something else I decided to do is grate my own cheese. So I didn't buy the pre-shredded stuff. I bought a whole block, 2 blocks actually, because I need 4 cups. So I don't know how much that is, but I'm gonna kind of just set this up over here and start going. Just 1 cup. I'll do it 3 more times. All right, I got everything ready to go, and I'm gonna start by making the cheese sauce. So I've had to try to remember to half everything. So got a half a stick of butter. Turning brown on the side. What's that about? Go ahead and saute all these vegetables. I've got to saute this for like 10 minutes, so and then I got to add the rest of the stuff, melt the cheese, heavy whipping cream, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I said I got everything ready, so there's the heavy whipping cream, the sour cream, more butter, there's the cheese over there, and then I got to put some more seasonings and stuff. And I'll be doing that in this pot whenever I get ready for that. And it's been kind of hectic today doing all this because by myself, like I mentioned, my wife's out of town, and I got all the kids, all 4 of them. So hope you appreciate it, hope you like it. Click the like button. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the heavy cream. I gotta get this to a boil. So turn it up a little bit. Once I get it to a boil, I'm gonna cut back the heat, add the sour cream, and then simmer it for about 10 minutes. I think I gotta add the cheese in there at some point, so I'm gonna have to look that up as well. Alright, it's just coming to a boil, so I'm gonna cut it back down. I'm gonna add the sour cream. Oh my gosh, I just splattered it everywhere. Just gotta stir this until the sour cream is dissolved. It says about 3 minutes. I gotta add just a little less than half the cheese. Stir that until it's melted. Okay, the cheese I believe is melted, so I'll put that to the side. Turn that off and let that sit. So let's go over to the other skillet. Okay, we had the crawfish. Start with the Louisiana crawfish tails. I gotta do about 1/4 a package of the Chinese inferior tails to make up the pound. Stir that up. I gotta add the green onions and then all the rest of the seasonings. So let me get those put in here. That's 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, And 1 full teaspoon. And some more oregano. I gotta cook this crawfish for about 6 minutes on medium heat. And then I gotta add the cheese sauce to it and simmer that. So I'll come back to you when I'm ready to add the cheese sauce. Now I gotta cook this for about 10 minutes, simmer it, and then I'll be ready to make the enchiladas. Finally, I'm looking forward to this. While that's simmering, I've got the station set up here. I've got a pan. Now he says you can either serve them on a flame-proof plate, 2 at a time, with some sauce and cheese on top. Melt the cheese with a flame. I don't have a flame or a gas oven, and I don't know if I have flame-proof plates, so I'm going to use this. He said you could also put it in a casserole dish, cover them, bake them until the cheese is melted, and then they're done. So I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. So I'm going to put the tortillas here, add the sauce, roll them up, add them in here, so forth and so on. Alright, so I'll see you in a second when I get done with this. We'll go ahead and call this done. It's been on here for a little while. So let me turn that off. We carry it over here to the station that I prepared. I think I might need to cool off just a little bit. Man, tell you what. Okay, I let the cheese sauce cool down for a little while I wash some dishes. Just seemed like it was too hot and too liquidy to stay on the enchilada, so I let it cool down probably for about 10 minutes now. So it's still steaming a little bit, but it's not as juicy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of my corn tortillas, which the ones on the bottom were already still warm, but I just went ahead and popped this whole bowl into the microwave for about 20 seconds. Let me go ahead and start with one. Might be a little bit too small. It's gonna be messy. Let me taste that cheese sauce. Tell you what, stinking what, it's gonna be good. All right, let me finish this and I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 2 more than what I was supposed to, but oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh man, this is gonna be excellent. Just look at it. Look at that. Might be too much, but it's gonna be good. I cover them up all the way. And then take the rest of this cheese. So now let's go put them in the oven. I've already got it preheated at 350. Let's go ahead and get this out. Cut into this.
Oh man, that looks really good.
That's good stuff. This is really good. It's excellent. I love it. Sorry if you can hear my chewing sounds, but it is what it is. I'll tell you what. Look at all them leftovers I got. That's what I'm excited about right now. Too bad my wife's not here. She would probably really enjoy this. I'll have to make it again someday, for sure. The corn tortillas taste pretty good. Tastes like a corn tortilla. No, I'm kind of proud of myself that I went ahead and did that by scratch instead of just using the store-bought ones. It's part of growing and just getting better, you know. Just want to keep doing more and more like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm glad you tuned in, and hit the like button if you don't mind, and subscribe if you want to. And I'll plan on putting more videos out like this out. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Bye.